Hello ENC students, this is your professor Michael Bloomingberg, and the purpose of this video is to walk you through the course syllabus, and hopefully by watching this video you'll gain some insight into course expectations and you'll be ready to take the syllabus quiz. This of course is ENC 91, Foundations of College Writing 2, and this is the second of a two-semester sequence of courses related to developmental writing. You were either placed in this class based upon your compass scores, or in some cases you may have actually had ENC 90, which is the first class. Either way, you're ready to go for this class, so it's good to have you in class. The course description says that ENC 91 applies writing as a process with instruction in intermediate writing skills and technology, stresses organization, idea development through critical thinking, and editorial improvement through multi-paragraph writings. Introduces basic research and documentation through writing in response to reading. Just a little info about the class. Textbook and other materials. Biggest thing to know is you are purchasing a access code, and with the purchase of the code you will get access to the Right Stuff 3rd edition ebook. So there's no book that you can actually hold in your hand. It's all going to be an electronic form that will come with the purchase of your book. And please note that I have put the ISBN there for you if you need to order that. And also on our Blackboard page I've put some information in the Start Here resources that I think will help you pick up a copy of the code for your textbook. The other book that we're going to be using is called Picking Cotton, and it's by Jennifer Thompson Canino, Ronald Cotton, and Aaron Torino. So you could pick up a copy of that on Amazon, or you can go through the bookstore, whatever works best for you. We'll be in that book pretty fast, by the way. The purpose of the code, in addition to giving you access to the ebook, is to have access to my writing lab. And that is software that we're going to be using this semester that contains a series of modules that you'll work through that are grammar related. You do need to go ahead and register for my writing lab and begin working on the basic grammar module. And there is a whole separate video that's going to walk you through what it means to actually get registered, sort of some tips for that. And also there is a video where I'll lay out my expectations for the lab and what you need to be doing. My name is Michael Bloomingberg, and my office is located in 100C of the South Laurel campus. My office phone is listed, and my email is also listed on the syllabus. That is the best way to contact me, is via email. I do check it frequently. Office hours are listed as well. And my division assistant is Tammy Woodall, and Transitional Education Associate Dean is Kim Kleberg. Both of their contact information is listed on the syllabus. Moving right along, active KCTCS email account. You should have had a chance to set up your email account already. If not, you need to probably go ahead and do that as soon as possible. Just note that every 90 days you're going to have to change your password, or else you'll get locked out of the system. We use Blackboard, of course, for all the work that we're going to be doing in the class. There are some course and program approved objectives. We're going to use the steps of writing as a process to create organized, well-developed, and refined multi-paragraph writing. We'll follow the conventions of standard written English. We'll demonstrate a basic knowledge of research skills and documentation, and read and respond to models of informal and formal academic writing. We do have a central question in the class, which is how can I prepare for English 101 college level writing? And I'll, for the sake of time, let you read over the answers to those, but the answers to that question are going to be how we dictate our progress and the things that we do all semester long. There's also a quality enhancement plan which is developed in part by the critical thinking concepts of Dr. Paul and Dr. Elder, and I'll let you look at that on your own as well. First week's work required. I've already posted this on Blackboard that you need to make sure you get started right away so you don't get reported as a no-show. But you do need to get started, preferably as soon as possible. And the best place to start is once you've gone over the syllabus, go ahead and complete the syllabus quiz. Once you complete the syllabus quiz and start working on the discussion board assignments, that will ensure that you will not be counted as a no-show. In our class, we're going to move on a week-by-week basis. So right now, the only work that's uploaded is week number 1, which is all that you need to take care of at the moment. And with the start of each new week, I will update the weekly assignments tab on Blackboard, and a new weekly folder will open. So it's always good to try to check or sometime around Monday afternoon, and you should see the weekly assignment folder is open. Just a quick note, because this is an online class, an online class does require a great amount of self-motivation and regulation. You've got to make sure you read carefully the syllabus, the weekly calendar, which will be posted again in weekly assignments. You are held accountable for following all directions, meeting all deadlines, and understanding all policies. There are no exceptions. With an online class, it's super imperative to plan ahead. Technology is sometimes unreliable. Things do happen, and I understand that. But it would be in your best interest to complete and submit assignments at least one day before the due date. Now, I realize that it's not going to be possible perhaps for all of you to do that, or even to do that each and every week. But as much as you can, that will be good, because if you have a technical issue, I can go in and check to see what's going on. If you email me, by the way, as I'm sure many of you know, your email will have a timestamp so that I'll be able to see that you tried to handle your business in an appropriate amount of time. It is your responsibility to check your KCTCS email on Blackboard at least 3 or 4 days per week. That's a minimum, and I'll be posting announcements, sending emails for upcoming assignments, so just make sure you keep on the lookout for that. The next section concerns grading criteria. The first thing to know, and not to turn this into a math class, but it is based on a weighted score. So you'll see that some assignments are worth more than others in the class. The assignments that will be worth the most are your paragraphs and writing, and that makes sense because we're an English writing-oriented class. The software you're going to be using, my writing lab, is worth 20%. Blackboard postings 15%. Class assignments 10%, and participation 15%. And the grading scale below kind of walks you through that. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to an 89 is a B, so on and so forth. Just note the grade of MP that is designated only for developmental, or what we call transitional classes. And that means that a student has made significant progress but needs or perhaps deserves more time to achieve a passing grade. The student should re-enroll in the course in order to continue advancement to the level of competency set for the course. Writing guidelines. All assignments that are submitted should follow the guidelines of 12-point Times New Roman font, double spacing with 1-inch margins on top, bottom, left, right of the page. There's a video in the Start Here tab that will walk you through format. Section 3 is your general education requirements. That's pretty much standard on syllabi, so I'll let you look at that on your own. I am required to read to you the ADA statement, so bear with me as I do that. As per Section 504 of the Vocational Rehabilitation Act of 1973 and the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, if academic accommodation is needed, please contact the Office of Disability Service here in Somerset Community College that person is Mary Petrie. If you do not attend Somerset, you attend a different KCTCS school, I would encourage you to look up your administrator for disability services. Academic dishonesty. Students may be subject to disciplinary proceeding resulting in an academic penalty or disciplinary penalty for academic dishonesty. This includes, but is not limited to, cheating on a test, plagiarism, and/or collusion. I have placed a link for the Student Code of Conduct there for you to look at if you have any questions about it. Number 4 doesn't really apply as much to us as an online class, but if you're on campus, just please note about no children in class or lab. Same with number 4, it doesn't really apply to us as an online class, but it's there for you to look at. There are safety and security links that you can look at. I've placed those on the syllabus. If you're ever on campus, you might want to have that information. Starfish, we will be using, or I will be using Starfish to communicate with each student in my class. And what that does is just every so often the software will alert me to complete a survey, which will update your progress in the class. And those surveys are sent to your email so that you'll get some feedback from me on how you're progressing in the class. And lastly, the tobacco policy is listed. Again, probably not so much for us, but if you're ever on campus at Somerset Community College, that policy is something to be aware of. Well, I think that's about it, guys, in terms of the syllabus. If you have questions, you can always email me. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and you should now be ready to tackle the syllabus quiz. And just welcome to the class. Things do move fast. You have to be motivated, but I look forward to working with each of you this semester. Take care and good luck.